Hey guys, it's Brian. I'm here at ASU again in my same spot as last week, and I just finished my week 2 test, and I wanted to come down and share some reflections and stuff from week 2. We've been moving forward along with the textbook. We're now, we finished lesson 3 and 4. That was what this test was on. Mainly things like numbers and introductions, where you're from, names, things like that. Just starting to really build up that like key vocabulary base and key grammar skills to start forming sentences and telling stories and things like that. So our test was was entirely written based actually, and we just had a couple prompts with pictures where we were describing classroom objects and different famous people and things like that. So it's basically we're focusing on like using the language and talking about people and different skills using the words that we've learned so far. So that's been kind of good. I found that the class is very geared towards beginning to speak the language right away, whereas I do tend to lean more towards theoretical and grammar structures. I have noticed that I've opened up a little bit towards this teacher's teaching style and tried to gear myself more in that direction, which is kind of good for personal growth and stuff with language learning. I have noticed kind of a pattern with our class. Like, I've been trying to be very patient because there are a lot of different learning styles and different people who resonate with different things with the language, whether it be more the cultural and music and phrases and things like that, more of like a sensory, like experience-based language learning. And then there are people who are like more like me, who just kind of want to learn how the language works and just kind of feed things into a framework and use a formula like that. It just really depends on how people's minds work, how their learning works, and like what point they're at. So there has definitely been a fair amount of not discrepancy, but like there's a broad distribution of learning ranges. So that does present some challenges sometimes in class, but I feel like my teacher is doing a good job of trying to keep everything lively and interesting, and he's very in tune to what different students are like and things like that. So I really appreciate that. And what I'm hoping for next week, goals and intentions for next week, would probably be just to continue gaining more ease and fluency with creating sentences and actually thinking in the language. Hoping to further develop information with verbs so that I can form more complex sentences. I'm also going to really continue to work on just accumulating more vocab that is relevant in daily contexts, so that when I'm doing homework assignments and writing assignments, my writing can be less repetitive and more engaging and more natural sounding. So that would be goals for next week, and I'm just going to continue to try to sometimes it's kind of a bad habit that I tend to, when I'm in a class, want to talk a lot and explain things a lot because I like to share what I'm thinking and help people and things, but sometimes I feel like that can become a little bit overwhelming, and that's not my goal. So I'm just going to continue to modulate that, be a little bit more patient, and just keep working on stuff myself and, produce results and show results for what I'm learning and what I like, and hopefully that will be a better strategy than trying to kind of force my ideas down other people's throats if they're not ready for it and things like that. So be on the lookout on the blog for more thoughts and pictures and videos and experiences here in Arizona, just on the weekends and things. I'm hoping to head down to the Asian market again. I really liked it there. Maybe meet up with friends. I do have class tomorrow on Saturday because it was postponed from Tuesday. So that is kind of, it's a wrench in the schedule, but that's fine. I'll go with it. So anyway, this week 2, having a nice time here, continuing learning, and I will be back with you with more resources here at Uzbekbrian. Bye. Thanks for watching.